Hey, how's it going, guys? So today I finally got my PSA submission back from the vintage special. As a quick little timeline, uh, my order was received on March 2nd, and I got it back. It was shipped out on June 21st, so about 3.5 months it was there at PSA. Uh, so definitely took a while, but let's go ahead and get into it. If you like low end vintage, this is the video for you. First up, my lone hockey card. It's a 1972 Topps assist leaders. It has Bobby Orr, Esposito. That's the reason I got it. Here in a PSA 5. A little off center on the back, but nice clean front to it. Looks really good. Next up, we have a couple of bird rookies. First one uh, is going to be the rebounding leader. Bird rookie got a 4. It's about what I predicted on this. This is my first vintage submission I've ever done, so pre-grading this vintage stuff was pretty difficult for me, but practice makes perfect. And here's the second Bird rookie. This one's the scoring leader with Bird in the middle. We got a 5 miscut. I don't know if you could see it on here, but I think it was on. Trying to see where the miscut was. It's really close up front here. Uh, Other than that, looks pretty good. So I'm okay with that. Getting into vintage football. Start off with the 1970 Gale Sayers. This one got a 4. Of course, it's a little OC, but other than that, looks quite nice. No complaints. Put that one up there. Next up, have a Jim Brown card. I knew it would get a miscut, but I got a 4 miscut, so that's pretty good. Reason I graded this is actually one of the first vintage cards I picked up when I started my collection. Went to a local antique mall, and they had this card and then a couple of Bob Gibsons, which I'll show later, that I picked up. So really just wanted to get them graded for my PC. Next up, we have a couple of Jack Kemp cards. For anyone who doesn't know, I believe he was a senator, definitely a politician of some sort, but I believe he's a state senator for quite a while. This one got a 2. The only reason being is this crease in the bottom left, and it does go through to the back of the card. I don't know if you can see it as much on the back, but looks really good outside of that. And then his rookie, which is a 60 Fleer, that one also got a 2. I tell you, for all these 2s I got in this order, they look quite good for a 2, you know, or some of them do at least. And then my one soccer card. This is a George Best. I believe it's designated as his rookie card. Um, they're always finding stuff from vintage soccer sets, so if that changes in the future, I wouldn't be surprised. But for now, at least, I believe it is his rookie. One of the all-time greats. got a 1 here, which I knew from this crease going through the middle of the card, but thought it was cool. All right, we'll go into our vintage baseball here. Start off with a 57 Mini Minoso. Got a 3. This one I actually did kind of pre-grade beforehand. I thought it would get a 4. I was off, not surprised, you know, but got a 3. Next up, have my 59 Ernie Banks. That also got a 3. Color is really nice on this card. It is OC left to right, but man, I looked it over. I didn't see any creases or anything like, or wrinkles or anything like that. So that was a nice, very nice example there. Next up, my 75 Raleigh Fingers. This one got a 5, so pretty good there. Centering's a little off left to right, but it's pretty close. This is a really nice card here. And the other 75 have my Hank Aaron, and that one got a 3. That's pretty much what I thought it would get. I thought it might get a 2 even, so I'll take a 3 on this one. It had some corner wear, some chipping on the edges, all kinds of stuff. So I'll take a 3. Now we get into the cards that I thought, you know, maybe they're undergraded, maybe that is the technical grade, but I tell you what, they look great for the number they got. So first up, 65 Topps Eddie Matthews. The only thing I saw that would get it this low of a grade was on the back. I believe it was down here or right here. You probably can't see it, but there is the tiniest wrinkle. It does not go through to the front of the card. But yeah, got a 2. I'm not selling it, so whatever, but what a, for a 2, this thing looks stunning. Next up, another 2, my 68 Yastrzemski. The only thing I saw, there was a slight wrinkle right here in the bottom right. Other than that, this thing is in great shape. So looks great. And then another 2, 67 Bob Gibson. This one, I know it had some corner wear, but the centering was spot on. I don't remember if I saw any creases or anything. There's a little bit of staining on the back, but I tell you what, man, these are the best looking 2s I've ever seen. So these would be the kind of cards I would look to buy for sure. And then here's my 68 Bob Gibson. This one came back a 3. Yeah, just another one that looks great for the grade. There's a little bit of staining, but nothing major that I could see. All right, and then the last Bob Gibson card, the 70 Kellogg's. This one came back a 7. So great grade there. I didn't see too many issues with this card, so that one makes sense to me. I know these typically grade pretty high anyway, so, but awesome card there. And then we get to my favorite cards of the order here. Have the 1959 Fleer Ted Williams set. This is the one with him and Jim Thorpe. This one came back a 4, which seems right in line with what I would have thought. Great looking card here. Not too many cards have Jim Thorpe on them, so nice to get one. We'll put that right there. Next up, we have a 66 Topps Joe Namath. This is his second year card. Of course, his rookie card is thousands of dollars, so I got this card with a lot of old vintage football cards. I believe I got the whole lot, and that includes the Gale Sayers back here. I think I got the whole lot for $60 a few years ago, which is a great deal for all that I got. But this one came back a 1 MK. I believe that means mark. If the mark is this, it might be pencil, like somebody took a pencil just right there. It is beat up for sure. There's no doubt about that. But I really just wanted to get it graded because it's a Namath second year card, so that's pretty cool. All right, down to the final 4 here. We have a 72 Topps Nolan Ryan. This is a high number card, so they're a little tougher to find. And it came back a 4, which is fantastic. I love this card. This is his first year with the Angels. So really, really cool. Very happy that it got the 4. I was a little worried about the centering, of course. But other than the centering, this thing is it's in pretty spectacular shape. I remember the guy who sold it to me, he had it in a screw down, I believe, so I was a little worried about the whole pressing down, but it didn't look like it was pressed down too much. But he said that he had pulled this back in the day and never took it out, so that was great. Next up, we have one of my favorite cards. There's a story about this card. So, as a kid, I got a lot of my brother's hand-me-down cards. So there was a ton of, 89 Topps was a huge amount of my collection back then. But my brother had one vintage card that was pre-late 70s, and that was this card right here. And I learned a lot about, especially these two guys on the end, obviously, through that card. And then I learned a bit about Dick Allen here in the middle as I grew a little older. But very happy to finally have this one graded. It came back a 4, which was pretty good. I'll take that. But it's one of my favorite cards in my collection because it really is one that started it all for me. And then the last 2, these are going to the UT collection. First up, 52 Bowman, Bobby Dillon, got a 3. One of the absolute best looking cards in my entire collection. This card is just beautiful. The colors on this card, of course, I'm a sucker for the Longhorn there, but what a great looking card. The reason it got a 3, I'm assuming, is this wrinkle on the back. I don't believe it goes through to the front of the card. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on the front. So great looking card for a 3 especially. Then the last card, my 48 Leaf Bobby Lane, came back a 2, which I am very happy about. I thought it would get a 1, might be able to squeeze out a 2, and it was able to do just that. Got the 2. I am kind of curious though, because I know about the baseball set. 48/49 Leaf was made in 49. Actually, I don't know if that carries over to the football set or not. I do know that they do have one that is labeled 49 Leaf, and the only difference between the Bobby Lane of that one and this one is the writing on the back is slightly different, and then down here the copyright says 49 on that one. But very happy that this one got the 2. Very happy. So now I believe the only card I need for my Texas collection is that 51 Bowman Tom Landry. So still on the lookout for one of those. But yeah, that's the PSA reveal. So see you guys next time.